Now more questions on trigonometry. You have to prove this. Prove that tan 36 plus tan 9 plus tan 36 tan 9 is 1. Here in this case, actually I told you whenever 10 is there, we should have 3 angles and it is easy to solve. But here in this case, only 3 angles are there. Sorry, 2 angles are there. Third is not there. Or we'll say third is not visible in this case. Why it is not visible? Actually, that is 1. If you just think 36 plus 9, it come out to be 45. And 10, 45 always come out to be 1. So that means this angle missing 1 is 45 degree. So actually you should start, this is 45 is 36 plus 9. Then take 10 on both sides. So 10 45 is 10 36 plus 9. And now when you solve it, it will come out to be 10 36 plus 10 of 9 by 1 minus 10 36 10 9. And this is nothing but 1. This angle, this I'll take that side. So 1 minus 10 36 10 9 should be equal to 10 36 plus 10 9. And now when you solve it, it will be 10 36 plus 10 9 plus 10 36 10 9 should be come out to be 1. So this is one more question we have done on 10. Now coming on next question. Yes, this is another question we have. Prove that tan square 2x minus tan square x by 1 minus tan square 2x tan square x is tan 3x into 10x. Now in this case again we have two options to do this question. First option, if you start with left hand side, it is a square minus b square formula. So I should write this as tan 2x minus tan x, and here it will be tan 2x plus of 10x. Same result goes in the denominator, a square minus b square. So I should say 1 minus tan 2x 10x, and here it will be 1 plus tan 2x 10x. Now only the thing is, if we adjust the terms, we will get your answer. 2x minus 10x is there, and below this I'll write this because the multiple, so I can shift this and this, we can interchange it. So 1 plus tan 2x 10x into, here it will come out to be tan 2x plus 10x divided by 1 minus tan 2x 10x. Then this is tan a minus tan b by 1 plus tan a tan b. So formula says tan a minus b. So I write this as tan 2x minus x. And here tan a plus tan b by 1 minus tan a tan b. So it come out to be tan of 2x plus x. So when you solve it, it will come out to be 10x. This come out to be tan 3x. Or you can start from this side, then 10x into tan 3x, that 2x x you write 2x minus x, 2x plus x, and then open the formula and then solve it. So you can go by the reverse way, you can get your answer easily. So this is another question we have. Now coming on next. This is another question we have. 1 by sine x minus a into sine x minus b. We have to prove this as cot of x minus a minus cot of x minus b by sine a minus b. And in this question, one option is either use this side and solve it, you will get that result. Or you start from that side, then also you can get it. This question I'll do by both the ways. First I'll start with this, that is right hand side. In right hand side, cot is there, so I write down cos of x minus a by sine of x minus a minus cos of x minus b by sine of x minus b whole divided by sine of a minus b. Now when you go for LCM here, it come out to be sine x minus a into sine x minus b is my LCM. When you do this, it will come out to be cos of x minus a into sine of x minus b minus. Then it come out to be sine x minus a into cos of x minus b whole divided by sine a minus b. Now if you check the formula, it is sine a cos b minus cos a sine b. This will be your a, this will be b. Again this is a, this is b. Sine a cos b minus cos a sine b. Formula is sine a minus b. So what numerator says? Sine of a minus b means x minus b minus x minus a. Divide by this result as it is, sine of x minus a into sine of x minus b whole divided by sine of a minus b. Now here when you solve it, x and x get cancelled out. And then numerator is what left here, sine of, it is plus a minus b. So it will be a minus b. And this will go in denominator. So one is sine of x minus a, sine of x minus b. And this is sine of a minus b. Now when you go for sine a minus b, this sine a minus b get cancelled out. And my result is 1 by sine of x minus a into sine of x minus b. So this is the result we should remember. Now if I'll say I'll go by the other way, that also you can try. There is no such problem, but only the thing we should understand one step. If that is okay, we can go. Yes, in this question, this is the new question we have. In this question, either we'll be starting with this side or we'll be starting with this side. So which side we have to start, that we decide, and according to that we'll do the question. So in this case, first I'll take this as, first I'm going by right hand side and then we go for left hand side. Right hand side, when you start, this will come out to be cos of x minus a by sine of x minus a minus cos of x minus b by sine of x minus b whole divided by sine a minus b. Now when you solve the LCM here, it will come out to be sine x minus a into sine x minus b. Then it come out to be cos of x minus a into sine of x minus b minus cos of x minus b into sine of x minus a and whole divided by sine a minus b. Now when you solve it, this is sine a cos b minus cos a sine b we have. So sine a, this is a, this is b. So sine a cos b minus cos a sine b. So formula says sine of x minus b minus x minus a. And this term will go down now. So left is sine a minus b, sine of x minus a and sine of x minus b. Then this x and x cancel out. Your result is coming sine of a minus b. Denominator again says sine of a minus b, sine of x minus a, sine of x minus b. This part get cancelled out. You will get your answer 1 by sine x minus a into 1 by sine x minus b. Now I'll go the other way. Other way means we'll start from that side. When you start from this side, we'll start 1 by sine of x minus a into sine of x minus b. As I want sine A minus B, I'll multiply this sine A minus B in the numerator and denominator. So nothing new we are doing. Something can be added, multiplied and subtracted. Now this step is very important. What that step says, I want x minus A and x minus B. So here we'll write this result this way. X minus B minus x minus A. And here denominator says sine x minus A, sine x minus B, sine A minus B. Now this is a formula of sine A minus B. So I can apply this formula. Sine x minus B cos x minus A minus cos x minus B sine x minus A whole divided by sine A minus B, and here it is sine x minus A into sine x minus B. After getting this result, 1 by sine A minus B I'll take out. Left is what? Sine of x minus B into cos of x minus A minus cos of x minus B into sine of x minus A whole divided by sine of x minus B into sine of x minus A. Now when you solve it further, 1 by sine of A minus B here. When you separate this out, then it will be sine x minus B into cos of x minus A by sine of x minus B into sine of x minus A, and then minus cos of x minus B into sine of x minus A by sine of x minus B into sine x minus A. Now when you solve it, this cancel out, this cancel out. Left is 1 by sine of A minus B. This will become cot, this will become again cot. So we will get cot of x minus A minus cot of x minus B whole divided by sine A minus B we can have. So this is the formula, or this is the result we have proved from other side. Now going for next question. Before starting the new question, now there is one result we should know, because whatever question now I am going to do, they will be based on that. This is A by B equal to C by D. Whenever we have this type of equation, A by B coming equal to C by D, this is the ratio of A and B is same as C by D. Then in the lower classes we have done 2-3 things. I'll just revise it and then we will create a formula which we will be using. First is, if A by B, 1 I add this side, and C by D plus 1. Adding 1 on both sides, then I'll get it A plus B by B is C plus D by D. This step is called componendo. Means if you have A by B is equal to C by D, then sum of A and B, that is numerator plus denominator by the denominator, numerator plus denominator by the denominator, they must be also same. So if A by B is equal to C by D, when we use componendo, what we are doing, plus 1 we are adding on both sides, or you will say numerator plus denominator by denominator, and numerator plus denominator by denominator on both the sides you do, ratio remains same. Same way if I take A by B equal to C by D, and this time if I subtract 1 we are subtracting on both the side. When you do this, it will come A minus B by B is C minus D by D. This says again the difference of numerator and denominator by denominator, numerator and denominator by denominator. This result is called dividendo. So this is the ratio we call as componendo. This is called dividendo. If I divide these two, this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. If you divide this by this, I get it a plus b by b, and a minus b by b is c plus d by d by c minus d by d. B and b get cancelled out, d and d cancel out. I get the result a plus b by a minus b is c plus d by c minus d. This is called componendo and dividend. So when I'll say component dividendo, I'm applying what I'll do, a by b is equal to c by d will be given to you. Then component dividendo, if you are using, that means you can write this ratio as numerator plus denominator by numerator minus denominator, and numerator plus denominator by numerator minus denominator. This will be called as componendo and dividendo, which you can use in the questions. So next video we'll be going to take those questions in which componendo and dividendo is going to be used. Now keep in mind in this chapter, when you go for RD Sharma, we prefer that you should do all the questions from RD Sharma also. And 7.1 exercise you should complete from it. 7.1 exercise, few questions you will not be able to do. In next video we'll complete that also. Then you will be able to complete this exercise. So 7.1 you should do. In your NCRT you will find some problems, because in NCRT very so many questions, so many results they have taken and then made a one exercise. So if you want the trigonometry to be strong, it's better you go by RD Sharma 7.1 exercise you should finish out. Okay, so do it please.